all the curiosity people never really came back.
Good enough. I'll leave the gold where it is and head to the bar.
Okay. All right. And as you head to the bar, you guys.
We go to the temple. You said there were 2 temples?
Yes.
And which gods are they devoted to?
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Arastil and Gorzray.
And what are their domains? What are they?
Okay.
Those gods.
Okay. If you give me a quick knowledge religion. Oh, God. Okay. There we go.
Natural 20.
Rastil is known for farming and trade. Also a community. And Gazray is known for the sea.
All right.
As far as weather and sea voyages and stuff like that. Yes, it's basically like a dual-purpose god. I mean, you'd wish for calm seas, and maybe and occasionally your god may work in conjunction with this god when you want to rain bad weather on the enemies, or you'd curse it for bad weather on your own forces.
Wherever men go, they follow Gorum,
Okay.
whether it be the sea or the field.
One of these 2 temples would know about all the deaths that happen.
We'll go to the god of the sea because the manor is practically on the sea.
Right.
I'll just walk in and introduce myself. I'm Michael Pinebrook.
Okay.
Brother.
And I'm Curate Franler. How are you doing? How may I help you?
I've been hired by your local government, such as it is, to clear the vermin out of Hillborn Manor, along with my companions.
Ooh, I could probably say that you probably want to be well rested for such a task.
And why do you say that?
Vermin, you say? I'd probably think
Vermin, he said.
vermin. He said, "Ooh, well, I would say there's probably that there. I mean, I don't know what else could be. It does seem." It does see an ill omen for anybody that does go up there, and I think there's got to be more than just what could be crawling around. I mean, we just have bad associations whenever somebody goes over there.
Could you be any more vague and sinister?
Roll diplomacy.
What am I rolling?
Diplomacy. Well, you could roll intimidate if you want, but I'll give you the choice.
21.
21.
More vague bookings shall come your way.
Okay. It's just, I wouldn't say like a string, but it seems like once a season or something, a decapitated body does come in from the sea, and it's always from people that are saying that they were heading there, or people that are spotting to going there. I don't know what necessarily gone up there. I don't know if the Hillborns were dabblers in the arcane, or what exactly, if they what they worshipped or anything. But whatever it is, it must have had a negative presence.
Thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate your assistance
Okay.
as a man of devotion, one to another.
There's no there's no recent bodies that have.
Within the last month and a half, there had been a pair of guards, from what I understand.
A lot of guards around this town. Okay, great. Let's go.
Okay.
What about the? Can you tell us anything about the wasting of the family?
Oh, okay. Want to roll diplomacy? Okay. Oh, and if the halfling has anything to say, let me know, because I'm assuming you're with this group.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. I kind of didn't know where actually I was.
17.
We reject your
I'm with
apology,
them.
Marion.
Huh? Okay. Sorry.
Okay.
Fire some more.
Oh yeah, the temple head before me. I mean, he did hand me down some of the information. It's a very peculiar case. the family did approach, the Hillborns did approach us on this sudden loss of weight that they were suffering from, and they did eat heartily, but it just never seemed to fulfill them. But our temple did bestow as much curative magic and blessings upon them, but it just never really seemed to. We're limited here. We're just in a small town. They need people of stronger faith, and
So they ate, then they were still hungry afterwards.
yes.
And you're cured of your.
It was resistant to our efforts. I mean, our efforts were for vain. So they, from what I understand, they went to the capital to get stronger magic.
Okay. And there isn't any of them interned around here.
No, we haven't seen a Hillborn in
Were
decades.
they pale?
Yeah, they're getting about a little grayish. Yeah.
Have there been any townsfolk come up missing?
No.
No. Just once a season, there's a beheaded.
Once a season,
Yeah.
somebody's cousin's best friend gets his head bitten off. Lonely old mansion over the sea, shadow of Rinsmith. Woo! Let's go.
Drained of all fluids, of blood.
No blood. No, the corpses would still have. The corpses would still bleed. Yeah.
But I'm saying though, they were still okay. The corpses were still bleeding.
I mean, there was blood still in the corpses. Yes.
Not a chupacabra.
Trying to take out certain things.
And they had fish in their pockets. It's a message to the masters of the manor.
All right.
No concrete shoes. Nothing. So yeah. Does a halfling have any questions or
Worried
anything?
about them being perhaps turning
don't.
undead.
No. Okay. Just absorbing.
No
I'm
one
just
mentioned
absorbing.
that at the point.
No
But
one.
no animated corpses.
No one mentioned it, but no one
So you
ruled
assume
it
that
out.
that's what's happening.
No one ruled it out.
No one ruled it out. Yes. Using that logic, the place could be filled with great white sharks being ridden by lions who have crafted saddles for these fish. Just whatever is in there. If you're worried about a disease, anything you smash to death, don't put your tongue on it. Come on. We go around town and everybody's like, spooky manor house. Once a season, somebody's cousin's wife gets her head bitten off.
While Simon Pegg and
whole thing
Nick
is
Frost are
wall.
discussing things,
Yeah, they don't-
what's
they don't
going on? You're walking up to the
They knew they'd be
bartender.
living
I'm
there.
approaching the female orc.
Okay.
Give her a respectful nod and ask for ale.
Oh, okay. Any, our usual, or do you want something a little special there?
A little special.
Oh, okay.
I could regret this.
This could go horribly. I'm sorry, are we in the same place now?
No, I'm the bar. So.
Okay. The crayfish crawl. Okay. This is a little bit of a specialty. We'll give it to you. It's about 3 silver.
I'll pull out one more piece of gold.
Oh, okay. Starting a tab?
Collecting information.
Okay. And how you want about this? Intimidation or diplomacy or?
I'll go with diplomatic.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
I don't actually have any diplomacy, but 16.
Yay. Okay. Okay.
Is there a word for diplomacy in the barbarian language?
It's etched on my axe somewhere. I don't know.
It's not strike. Strike, not strike. Okay. She smiles at your shoulders, and she says, "Okay, okay," and puts it in a mug. Looks like it's made of scrimshaw, and hands it to you. And just from the smell alone, you could say, "Okay, this seems like the better stuff than you had at the previous joint."
Hired to clean out the manor off to the east.
Ooh.
What can you tell me about the manor or the family that was residing there? Or anything I should know before entering?
Okay. Well, I don't know so much about the manor so much, but about once a month, people have said that they have seen lights coming from it. I mean, some of them going up and down and stuff like that, and they were always pointed towards the ocean. It would seem like we would only see maybe the edge of the lights and stuff like that. We weren't ever close enough. But they were bright enough to see it here. And it's always been more than one.
Better than where I was. I'll take the drink. I'll slide the gold coin across. Mm-hmm. Do I need a fortitude for this drink? I mean, how strong is this?
Go ahead, give me a fortitude save.
That was my fort.
Now, when you're raging, your regular con.
11.
Huh?
11.
11. Okay. You're like, as you get off the bar stool, you're like, okay then. But you're like, yeah. You kind of stabilize, but you're like, all right. The last name, the other part of the crawfish crawl, they weren't lying.
Crawl.
So you're thankful you only had one. So you're like,
Get
okay.
some water, give my thanks, and head to the nearest temple.
Okay.
Hoping that's where they are.
All right. Now let's see.
And the ugly barmaid doesn't look so ugly anymore.
I got a female ogre with a chipped tooth. I'm in.
She's got
I'll give her the eyebrows on the way out.
She's got a great personality.
I don't need personality.
So now we know that it's undead, diseased, head-biting fishmen with lanterns.
Surely you have something your god could deliver upon us that can destroy this foul entity.
My God hands out his favorites as he sees fit, and don't call me Shirley.
Okay.
When the battle comes, those
Yeah, I
who
get to the right temple.
You're at the right
ways of
temple. You're
war-
seeing them discuss everything. You almost think it's pantomime, but it's really them talking along with their hand gestures. But yeah.
I walk up without much introduction. Lots of dead bodies and lights pointed out to sea. More than one, apparently.
You see those lights now, or is this something previous?
Deadpan look, completely.
Yes. The lights out, pointed out to the sea.
Mm-hmm.
So, there's some kind of activity in the manor. Some kind of activity that the Earl is willing to pay 1,000 gold to have corrected, just as long as he doesn't have to set foot in the place himself until he's well reassured that everything that walks or crawls in there is dead.
And 4 potions to cure like wounds.
Rumor has it's also alchemic in
Yeah.
nature, if that's the right word. Alchemaic.
Well, it's time for us to earn our pay.
Doing multi-syllable words. Look at that.
Sorry, what?
He's doing multi-syllable words. It's progressing.
Don't be classist. You might have gone to the university, but you'll bleed out when you're stabbed in the gut with a spear like any other man or tiefling.
Yes.
This is the nature of the war god.
Nothing like
How he
good-natured
deals out
ribbing
fates.
among the party.
And it would behoove you to be a little more solemn as we approach battle.
What time of day are we at?
It's getting close to 2.
In most cases, I'd say we should get some rest. But if the most obvious issue are lights, going around sunset might be the smartest choice. Unless you're afraid of the dark.
Oh my gosh.
How drunk are you? Don't try to deflect the issue. How drunk are you? That's what we're saying.
Good ale is good ale.
I say go now. This will be resolved by 2:15. We'll all be back in character creation before we know it.
Okay. All right, where are you guys at? Okay.
And if that happens, I propose that we just switch. Like, I'll play a barbarian, you play a bard, we just switch right across the table.
You
Yes.
So unanimous, you guys are heading towards the manor?
And switching characters at some point, yes.
That's my
Yes.
Okay.
You good?
I can dazzle you with
The wind off the sea, I meant, the further away you get from town, the less scrunch your nose gets, because those tanneries they're getting bad, and mixed with the fish oil and stuff like that, you're like,
It smelled worse.
oh, I feel like I could breathe again.
So the dead bodies
yeah.
on the shore are better than the tanning district.
That's fantastic.
You would have to say, yeah, in this case, but
Potatoes.
yeah. And
Potatoes.
yeah, I mean, there was a beginning of a path when you left town, but it looks like it was diminishing as you go there till it becomes more of almost to the point of a deer trail, the equivalent, as you're getting up there, and the grasses get a little taller as you head down the shoreline and everything. And it is raising off a cliff.
Yeah.
You can read the trails.
It stands off a cliff
Yeah, I
about
probably should.
70 feet above the sea level, and you think it's about probably from 80 to 100 feet away from the cliff edge. There's a 6 foot high stone wall surrounding it. It's a bit far, but you could tell it's overgrown with moss and weeds and everything. It surrounds a garden that's partially collapsed in a number of places, so the access is simple. I mean, despite the fact that there's a gate there, you could just walk on through. The gate is rusted. It's heavy and of ornate metal. I mean, it's still standing, but it's you think give it about another decade, it'll be gone. The garden itself is overgrown, shows no sign of care for years, but everything leading up to this manor is easily traversed.
I mean, instead of just opening the gate, I say we just go through one of the breaches in the wall. There's no sense in trying to mess with the stupid rusted gate.
So there are breaches in the wall? I'm sorry. You said
There are, yeah.
And they are wide enough to allow us to pass through easily?
Oh, yeah, there's certain points where, at least 2 abreast.
I suppose the bricks have fallen down?
Some, yes.
Yeah. Well, let's clear that rubble out of the way. What I want to do is, if we have to come out of here in a double fuck hurry in a minute, I want to have a nice clear pathway to run on. I don't want to be tripping on bricks,
Right.
getting smacked in the face with branches and stuff.
Okay. Yeah,
So
there's
a
no really
two-tier
real
effect
trees
with
or
those
anything. I mean, you do have some brushes and a little bushes, but they're only like knee high or shoulder high.
It's fun.
But yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, we're going through the overgrown garden like, it's like, guys.
But all right. Okay, you could pause for a moment to look at your cell phones or anything, and as while I turn over the map, I actually encourage you to look at your cell phones right now as I cover certain parts of the map. But yeah, we could just go ahead because I got to turn over the big map here.
So,
Okay.
that's Fair Farmer Johnson. I didn't know she was your prize cow.
We'd like
Okay.
to say that Scribbler's Rest is, of course, open to funding sponsors and advertisers. If you pay enough, we'll take advertisements for other gaming stores in the Orlando area. It'll be awkward with our hosts, but we're totally mercenary. We got to make that dollar.
With alcohol.
It is the
kidding.
primary
We will not
currency.
Take advertisements for other gaming stores.
Okay. The house, which is a sable stone affair. I mean, not brick, but the stones are huge. I mean, in comparison to normal brick, it's 35 feet high from ground level to the roof ridge. The roof is peak pointed and gabled, and you can see the slates that are on top. Some of them seem to be missing and stuff. And boy, does it have a few chimneys. You would have to say there's probably like maybe a good half dozen. So, okay. Okay. And from your approach, you can see this is sliding off me. Okay, from your approach, you can see a well. You can see, from what you can tell, 2 domed cages above what you might think is like a burial site. And then you see and you see like a slate porch right there.
Like cages, like into the ground over these barrel sites.
It's a stone slab, and you see half dome cages above them.
Would these be like common burial cages to prevent things from entering or leaving?
It looks like it, yeah.
But
You guys are about like 40 feet away, but you could see it. It's like,
Oh, that's totally in character.
Well,
It's probably just to keep rabbits out of the flower beds.
sure
As
it
long as
is.
it's not undead rabbits, we're all good.
or undead flowers.
I'd prefer that, actually.
I might know a thing, too.
All right, so where are we located exactly?
you guys are approaching from that. Not quite on the map yet, but yeah, you guys are about, I would have to say, you're about 30 feet away. We'll say right there. But you do notice that there is one door right there. You haven't looked around the back yet. This is the north side of the manor.
Well, let's approach the door and look in some windows and see what we can see.
Okay. The windows on both floors and stuff like that are boarded up. I mean, they have seen some sun, of course, and stuff like that, but they do look pretty sturdy.
Despite the dilapidated condition of the rest of the house.
The rest of the house, like I said, I mean, some of the slates are missing on the top, but with it being of stone, I mean, of course, it looks like it has stood the couple centuries that it was mentioned, but I mean, of course, the elements are bearing on it. I mean, it's probably a little lighter than it once was, but it looks like it could stand some. I mean, the roof looks a little shady, but.
You said there were some pretty large openings we could traverse through if need be?
In the back, up top, you would probably have to get on top to take a look, but it didn't really look significant, at least from you walking up to it.
And it was very slant. There was a good pitch to the roof.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
And slates. And probably loose slates on top of that.
I'd probably throw you up there.
Awesome. Let's do this.
No, it's easier than you think. You just tie a rope around you and
Barbarian smile for the first time.
You don't want to use the bartapult?
The particle.
we have a bartapole.
Doesn't every adventuring group have a bartapult?
Only the best ones.
Standard issue.
I
You
do-
did remember to bring the bartapult, didn't you?
I am the bartable.
That's something I don't know about. I'm a man of God.
Not bartapults.
I just wait for miracles to knock walls down. And what about the door?
Or
Is it-
barbarians.
Is it secured? Is it boarded up? Or what do we got?
The doors are not covered with boards and stuff. I mean, the doors look of standard oak with metal trim, but I mean, of course, with the years of sun, I mean, they look a little faded, but they still look rather secured.
Is this our barbarian?
Yes.
I would say it would be a good idea just at least do a perimeter, figure out what we're looking at.
Agreed.
If there's a cliff right at the very back of the house,
It's 80 feet away.
Okay, so there's at least walking space
Okay.
for y'all. I mean,
but
Yeah,
I mean
I
that's
say-
just that's my thought. I mean we can look at the well. I could, if you want, I could drop a light stone on it.
Let's do it.
See how deep it is. If there's water. All right, I'll go over to the well.
Okay. So you're getting a stone?
A small one. Yeah.
how many of those you got?
What?
So I'm assuming Lightstone's a spell.
I have as many as I want, but only one at a time.
Okay. All right, gang.
The unfortunately, the way the spell works is I'm only allowed to cast on one item at any time. So if I cast on that one and then I cast on that one disappears.
All right.
Works in this case.
Roll initiative.
Sweet.
Jesus. Roll initiative.
Yes.
Oh, all of
darn.
us?
You had to fuck with the well.
All right. Larry?
19.
19.
Where's the initiative?
Brian?
I don't even know if I have initiative on.
15.
15.
Okay,
Okay, DJ?
A lot more into that light stone.
I don't have initiative on this.
Whatever your, typically it's whatever your dex modifier is.
Thank you. Plus your roll.
Oh, yeah, plus your roll.
I do. 23.
23. And Miriam?
I got 13. 13.
13. Okay. All right. As you're about to get the stone there, you see, it was almost matching.
Does what?
It was almost matching the coloration of the well itself, but you do see hanging on the lip of the well is a rather long snake
Oh,
with fangs.
yeah.
It's like rearing up.
The old snake around the vein. Well,
The old snake in the well trick, and you fell for it.
I did. I did.
Not quite in the well, on the lip of the well,
Lip of
but
the well.
but
You're just like, let me drop this enchanted pedal. Oh my God! Ah!
Holy cow.
the barbarian
Someone
can
left a
act.
snake on the well.
The barbarian can act first, though.
Kill it, shit.
We shall immortalize
Now,
those
did you have your
quotes.
weapons out as you're approaching that?
Of course we did. We were approaching the manor house. I don't even have a thing to carry my mace in.
Oh. I'll rule that you were approaching it because it was a mission. You had your weapons out.
I have a walking stick.
Thank you.
Okay.
I can't stick it anyplace else, at least where the sun don't shine. I'm like, I don't know where the sun shines.
But
I'd have to say it's more on this edge than anything else. It's a medium creature, so.
yeah, I rolled a 3.
Oh.
No, step
Oh,
back.
you roll a
That's the
3 to hit?
barbarian snake.
Okay. Plus your
As I recall,
attack bonus.
You're pulling +7 to
Yes, thank you.
that.
Wow, I don't even remember that.
So it looks like you'd be at about a 10.
Yes.
Okay, you're a bit surprised about it, not enough in game terms, but you're like, oh, and as you're going by it, you gave it a nice little wind gust as your weapon went by on the other side of the lip, but it's like, no, you did not connect. Okay, and who's next? Okay, Larry.
Oh boy. It's a good-sized snake, you say. Medium size or larger?
A medium. Enough mass to count as medium.
I have a question about the light cantrip.
Yeah.
It lights up at one thing, right?
At
Yeah.
a time.
What if I had 500 foot of rope?
I would probably rule about 5 foot of it.
Yeah, I don't know. There might be a size limitation on it. But
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I have
Okay.
a little rapier, a little short sword kind of a thing.
So, crap. Do you know what? The barbarian's like near the head of the thing.
Yes.
Do you know what? I'll try smacking it just for the heck of it. You know?
Okay.
My luck, I'll hit it and it'll attack me instead. I don't know. Got nothing better to do. Yeah, I'm gonna assume a 12 misses.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, essentially you went across the tail, but he didn't even notice. He was too focused on the larger creature on the other side. So, okay. And now we go to Brian.
I got 30 feet base movement, 5 foot squares.
Yep.
5, 10, 15. Run over there.
Okay.
Give it the old smack on the head.
All right.
First 2 hit roll of the campaign. Let's see how this goes.
Drum roll.
I want to turn this encounter from comedic to like frighteningly gory right now.